This episode is brought to you by Accenture. When your advertising operations fall out of sync, everything else follows. Spotify and Accenture are working together to reinvent the rhythm of ad sales, using automation, analytics, and smarter workflows to simplify campaign delivery and access better data across the business. The result? Less time spent on operations, more time connecting brands with the moments and fandoms that matter most. Learn more at accenture.com/Spotify.
When you need to build up your team to handle the growing chaos at work, use Indeed Sponsored Jobs. It gives your job post the boost it needs to be seen and helps reach people with the right skills, certifications, and more. Spend less time searching and more time actually interviewing candidates who check all your boxes. Listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. That's Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Need a hiring hero? This is a job for Indeed Sponsored Jobs.
This podcast is part of the Robots Radio Rocket Club, a program designed to help all podcasts reach their full potential. For information about joining the Robots Radio Rocket Club, check out robotsradio.net.
Welcome to the Final Fantasy Lorecast, a podcast dedicated to the history and lore of the Final Fantasy series. Join us as we take a deep dive into the different worlds, characters, and so much more. Welcome back, Warriors of Light, to another episode of the Final Fantasy Lorecast. I am one of your hosts, Ben of Temeria, and always with me are my two good friends, Trey.
Hello.
And Steven.
Yo.
And today we have a special episode because it is our patron episode, and we have three of our awesome patrons with us today. We have Purple Archer.
What's up?
Riku.
What up?
And Boom.
How's it going?
And we are on our topic today is to talk about our patrons. So it is Meet Our Warriors of Light episode, all about our patrons today, to get to know them, why they like Final Fantasy, what's their favorite games, what are, controversy opinions possibly, getting some really good stuff. It's going to be a very free flow of an episode. There is no outline for this. I normally don't do outlines for patron episodes because who doesn't love chaos? Go listen to my Witcher Lorecast patron episodes. You'll know about chaos in those episodes.
And listen to our Final Fantasy 1 episodes.
Yeah.
To learn about
that too. Exactly.
I was going to make the joke, but I withheld. So.
Why did that take me so long?
But let's get right with it. So, who wants to share first? Why? Okay.
Isn't there someone in here though that has probably the most chaotic take of us here that Final Fantasy 15 is their favorite?
Who said that?
Isn't there someone that has that as their favorite? I thought that was Purple Archer.
No. Okay.
No, I don't mind it. But ain't no way it's my favorite.
Maybe that's somebody in the Discord, but yeah, I remembered somebody said it was their favorite, and I'm like, that's something that I'm gonna have to bring up because I want to just know what it is they love about it so much. But
yes,
never mind. Then
I know it is somebody in the Discord. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, Purple Archer.
15's not bad, but it's definitely not my favorite.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like. I've met Noctis's voice actor. That's about the most notable thing.
Hey, there you
go. Yeah.
Yeah, he comes to one of the conventions near me pretty regularly.
Yeah, I noticed he does his rounds.
There, if anybody has heard of GalaxyCon, check out GalaxyCon if it's near you. A lot of anime/video game voice actors go to there, and there's quite a few Final Fantasy voice actors who go. Noctis, he does a lot of the voice of Noctis does a lot of different cons and whatnot, but he also is in a lot of different anime, so there's also that.
I think they all do that. I think that's like a trope of voice acting is
absolutely
100.
How they make their money.
Yeah, exactly.
He comes down to Atlanta to Dragon Con a lot too.
I know Ben Starr is all over the place right now.
Oh yes, Ben Starr is everywhere.
So how much do we think 15 was held back by its changes in the story? Like, I've went and like the first trailer, the story's completely different. Like at the beginning, the main structure, it was going to be about Noctis and his dreams and him like sleepwalking, and he was going to be trying to figure out what happened to what's her name, Luke, the main chick.
Lunafreya.
Luke,
Yeah.
like he was going to be the one who killed her in the main story, and I just like I go back and I read that and I see the design, and they had to have changed the game so much. I wonder if the shortcomings we see from it are from them just not getting to put the polish on it like they did the other games. Because like 16, like when we played 16, you could tell the story was written start to finish. It was finely tuned and polished, and 15 just didn't feel that way.
Well,
15 was supposed to be in the 13 universe at first.
correct. That is true.
Versus 13.
Originally was going to be in the 13 universe till they decided to go a different direction because next-gen consoles were coming around. And did any of you play the demo for 15 when it dropped?
Yeah, I did.
The one that came with typo on day one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Explain to me where you play the demo, then you play the main game, and it doesn't really line up at all.
No,
No,
it's totally
they're
different.
separate games.
Okay.
Like almost entirely.
That's
Yeah,
hilarious.
you get into the game, it's like, okay, cool, there's a carbuncle. Noctis knows a carbuncle, and you're in a weird dreamscape thing, and then you get to the game finally releases, like, none of that's in here. What the hell?
No, you're just pushing a car.
It's like, this is weird.
Okay,
Now, the combat
I
is
actually
roughly
love
the same.
intro. The combat, the combat didn't change much. I actually really love the intro to 15. I think it's beautiful. Just a bunch of bros just pushing their card where it needs to go. Everyone fair.
Absolutely.
But yeah.
The bro part of the story was not the issue. That's why I don't think it's like the story changing. That's the problem. It's literally just that the world is gigantic and there's nothing in it.
Boring.
So you can drive.
Well, that's what I mean by the polish. Like they changed the game, so they had to change everything, and they didn't have time to fill in the world. They didn't have time to add those things inside the world, like the little where you're running through that big field and maybe you see something. Like in 16, they had the side quest, but I feel like 15 had so much potential, and it's like it's grasping for it. It's like the old State Farm commercial with the old guy with the fishing pole, and it's like, gotta be quicker than that.
Oh, you almost got it.
Theory. If they had released Final Fantasy 15 under a different title, it may have been a good game, but because it had that Final Fantasy like bar that it was reaching for, maybe that's why we expected more out of it.
Absolutely,
That's
yeah.
a
Because then
possibility.
adding in the DLC. Yeah, if it would have been a side game or like a not mainline game and they had all those DLCs to finish the story, you'd have been like, all right, I get it. It's whatever. But having a mainline and then having to play all those DLCs to piece together the nonsense of a story, it was too much.
Yeah, I didn't know there was a movie until after I had finished the game completely. And
Oh,
that
absolutely.
yeah.
Same way.
And a book.
And the book, and they had a side, like a weird animated, like 2D side game called Kingsglaive, as well as a movie called Kingsglaive. So the co-op competitor multiplayer game or side expansion thing.
Commanders.
Yeah, they oversold 15 in my opinion, and I think that's what really kind of like drowned a lot of us is they were overselling it.
Boom.
Listen, the book they came out with, the what was it called?
Look at this flex. He's like, let me pull it up real quick.
The Dawn of the
I got it
Future.
right here beside me.
The Dawn of the Future. I read it, and it goes over the last DLC that they canceled. It has the Arden DLC in the book, and then it comes out with other DLC that they got canceled. And I think if those DLCs would have came out, it would have really made this game even a lot better. Because it went over a DLC about Lunafreya. It went over a DLC about what's her name? The Dragoon. What's her name? Starts with A.
Oh god, what's her name? She's awesome.
Yeah, she's really cool.
We've had
something
this
Aradia.
like 3 times.
Something.
Yeah, it goes over her DLC that would have been there. It went over another DLC about Noctis and Lunafreya. Like, it was a really good book, and I think if those would have came out, it would have really pieced the story together even better. Of course, those got canceled.
For sure, because the Arden DLC made the story even better just on its own. The 3, like the companion ones, I could give or take those. Like they were fine, but like the Arden one was really good, and it gives you a little bit more into him.
At least you get to play Metal Gear Prompto.
Right, exactly.
The Dragoon. I called her Sid Arania, and her name is Arania Highwind, which
Yeah.
Pretty close.
No, the Sid for this game, wasn't it Cindy? Like that was implied to be the
Well,
the
no, there
Sid?
was
They
a
had a
Sid.
Well, there was
They
Sid.
had a Sid.
Yeah.
It was
Cindy
the old.
was
her dad
Sid.
was-
I
old
thought
guy.
Cindy was though. I'm with Purple.
Oh.
I
Yeah,
felt
I
like
completely just was like, oh, we just have a female Sid now. Okay.
yeah, I mean
Yeah.
basically, yeah. She's like
Yeah.
she's like the mid for other games. How they have
Right.
Sid and mid
Mm.
was just
Yeah.
But so yeah, I mean, let's just go around, ask the table here. So, Purple, what got you into Final Fantasy?
Genuinely, I was like probably 10 years old. There was this local game shop next to my school, and once a month I would be able to go in there. One day I saw the copy of 7, and I had apparently never seen a Claymore before because I just picked it up and I wanted it because the big sword. I
Mhm.
was dedicated and was like, this looks like the coolest person ever. And so luckily I got it. And it took me a long time though. I had to grow up a little bit to actually get into it. But yeah, since then, it's just pretty much I've tried to play every single one that releases like out. I did miss 8 and 9 because I was way too young when it came out. But
That's fair.
like 10, 12, no way was I going to play 11 that young. But
that's fair.
yeah, and it's just like the stories are really, really intriguing. And I love how you could just skip to anyone. Like you don't have to go in any order. And
Right.
that's always just been like the driving attraction. It's easy to get people into. Be like, oh, just pick this one up. You don't have to like, oh, aren't there like 15 of them now? Yes, but no.
Well,
Right.
technically there's like 40 of them, but yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, that is the great thing about the series as a whole is, like Purple Archer said, like you can pick up any of the Final Fantasy and fall in love with the series without starting at the original Final Fantasy. Because Square does this with a lot of their games, is they might have the same title, but they might not be connected whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Is
Just
there?
don't start with 8.
Oh, is there another game that does this where it's like the stories are chopped up, but there are like similarities, or is Final Fantasy really like the
So
pioneer?
Dragon Quest is a big one that they do.
Yeah.
Square does Dragon Quest. Dragon Quest is another anthology style series where you can pick up any of the Dragon Quest games, and a lot of them don't connect to one another. They're
That's
their own
Capcom,
separate
right?
things, or Capcom, not Square. But yeah, Dragon Quest, Persona is another big
Fire
one too.
Emblem.
Fire Emblem.
Fire Emblem does it.
Through Nintendo. So yeah, there's thanks to Final Fantasy and all the ones I mentioned came after Final Fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
Because the style that they did and the hardships that Square originally went through, because Final Fantasy originally was going to be the reason why Final Fantasy is called Final Fantasy is because they thought it was going to be their final game. Lo and behold, it was their savior of a game and brought them out of the ashes of bankruptcy. And
Yeah.
okay, that's a really good like cloud drawing, Trey.
Did he make that just right now?
I have no idea, but that's good. That's like really
I'm gonna pretend he did. I'm
No,
pretending this
my
whole time he
kid,
just
I
been drawing
can't
clouds.
draw. My kid drew this for me for my birthday.
Your
Oh,
kid.
nice.
Did
That's
that?
I just happened to look down and
That's
see
awesome.
it, and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna show this on the camera for anyone watching." And
Right.
then Ben had to bring it up, so here we are.
Sorry, it was epic. I cannot like reference that, but yeah, I mean, thanks to Final Fantasy, we have all these other anthology style games. But yeah, you can pick up any of the any of the game series except for the ones like the only ones that connect to each other are 10, 10, 2, and then the 13 trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
I would still almost say you could pick up 10-2 and play it and still be like interested in 10 though.
True, that is
Yeah,
true.
definitely.
Oh, that'd be a bold move.
Playing them out of order. I don't know what you're doing to yourself, but
You
You
would get
can.
lost a little bit, but I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
you still can pick them up though.
Well, I mean, they did release Crisis Core after 7, so I mean, we know what it's like to play a game that's previously in the timeline after the initial release. So it would probably be mentally something like that.
So for a while, I've enjoyed hearing from people who never played the original 7 and have started with like Remake and Rebirth. Now I want to talk to someone who starts with 10-2 instead of 10. Like I want to meet that person. And if you are out there, please let it. That was you?
Yeah, I played 10-2 before I played 10.
What? Oh, so yeah. What was that like?
Dude, I nailed it.
Yeah, like I had no fucking clue.
First,
my bad. You might have to edit this now.
How did you get there?
Oh, it's fine.
But yeah, like when I started, so I actually started with 3. It was my very first Final Fantasy game. I went from 3 to 10-2. Don't ask me how.
You just confused Trey completely.
Broke his brain. Yeah.
I went from I played 10-2. I think because I was always an Xbox head growing up. I had Nintendo, so like that, and like my dad had a Nintendo, the original Nintendo. So I played, I had played 3 somewhat. I can say I played. I didn't finish it. I just kind of played as a kid. And then my first like actual one that I played through was I was at a friend's house, had a PS2, and I played 10-2, and I loved it so much.
Okay.
To this day,
you were at a friend's house and played it and that makes sense.
So I didn't like, oh, I'm gonna go pick this one up first, and then I just played it. And I'm like, oh, this is really cool, and that's what really got me into it, per se.
So after you played at your friend's house though, and you went home,
he went and played.
Did you play 10-2 and like beat 10? And did you play all the way through 10-2 and beat it before you went back to 10?
Yep, sure did. Because I was determined, like now that I play this, I want to beat this game, and then I'm gonna go get 10 and figure out what's going on.
Oh man.
To be fair, if you played enough of 10-2 to learn the job system a little bit, it's a really fun game system to learn and to play. I know the aesthetics are a lot, but the system is good. The core is good.
I love the system, and like being that young too, I can't remember exactly how old I was, but like you have 3 semi-attractive females you're looking at the whole entire time.
That's true.
Doing Sailor Moon transformation.
Yeah.
So that it kept me playing. I ain't gonna lie, it kept me playing back in the day.
That'll do it.
Yeah. I don't even remember when this game came out. I gotta look it up now.
So you started with 3.
05?
What about you, Riku?
Oh man, I have rehearsed this 17 times in my head. So I had 2 older stepbrothers that had the PS1. They were big like Game Freak magazine, like EA Game magazine purchasers. And I would just sit in their room and I would just listen to them go back and forth about like Xenogears, just all kinds of just the most niche, Metal Gear Solid, all the stuff. God help me if they ever watch this. They really grabbed me. I mean, I was like 10 or 11 at a young age and changed the course of my life. And I remember when I was that young, I was too scared to play games where you die because I thought like I would take it too hard on myself. I think it might have said something like this in Discord, but like Tomb Raider 1 and Final Fantasy 7 were the openers to me deciding I can take risks in games and I can be okay with it. So 7 was the first one I played, and I remember playing it again and again and again, because back then you didn't have the internet that told you you're going to miss this thing as you go through. So I would want to like really, because I have that video game OCD where it bothers me when I miss something. So I would go back through over and over and over and find things that I missed and talk to people that I didn't talk to. So they shortly after that bought, I think it was like a chronology of like 4, 5, and 6 that they released for the PS1. And I played 5. So 5 was technically my second one. And I remember loving that one too. So I would say like 7, 5. And then I remember the 8 hype. I had the demo where they gave you Leviathan for no reason in the not Junon. What's the Dalit City, the radio tower mission? Yeah. And then I went to 9, which I'm going to try to keep it brief because I agree with Trey and Steven here. We all were doing backflips over 9. And I mean, I went through from then on just 10, 2. I didn't play 11 because I'm from the South. Well, I didn't have very good internet capabilities. I wanted to play 11. I really liked the idea of it being an MMO, I just never myself had the utilities to play it. And then they came out with 12, and I remember I bought the like $200 edition of it, where it was like the case would give you a concussion if you hit somebody with it. Oh. And just, I mean, every title since then, I've really dove headfirst into, except for here lately, I don't have a PS5, so I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah,
that's understandable.
There's a lot of people that don't.
So, Final Fantasy
I'm gonna get one.
10-2 came out in 03, so I was 12 when it came out. So of course, you know, a 12-year-old.
Yeah, that's right there. Yeah, you're right there in their sweet spot.
You were the prime demographic.
That's right.
That's awesome.
2 people got to start with 7. I started with 8, also from a friend. But 7 seems to be like the if you ask people, have you played Final Fantasy? 7's the one most people think of. I feel like 7 or 10, but I think it's 7 then 10. Now it's the 7 remakes as the standard bearers.
Oh yeah, I mean,
well,
I started.
They advertise enough.
Oh, right. I started with
the Butterfinger,
which all 3 of us, Steven, Trey, and I, have all said what we started with. I started with 7 originally through a friend. I never owned any of the PlayStation consoles, and then thanks, Sony being Sony and keeping the titles to themselves, I didn't really get to experience Final Fantasy in its full glory until 15 on Xbox One. And then when I finally got a PS4, then I started going back and playing a little bit of the older ones. And
I had 13 on 360. I'm just saying, I had 13 on 360s.
Yeah, I have all 3
For some reason, I never got into I never picked up 13 during the 360 era. I don't know why. I have 13 now on my the 360 copies, so I can play them on my Xbox if I want to. Which I'm honestly shocked they haven't ported those over to PlayStation yet, to be quite honest.
I am 100% shocked too.
The only one.
It
genuinely has to be
it's
the only
literally
one.
It's like, actually, I think it is the only Final Fantasy game that has not been ported. All the other Final Fantasies have been ported. It has 13. I don't know if it's like a license thing. I don't think it is because it's all Square. So
well, don't they have issues? Don't they have issues with PS3 ports?
Well, they can port the.
I know they have it on PC now, but
the PC ports, it's iffy. I played the port of Lightning Returns, and I had so much trouble.
Yeah, you gotta change your graphics like crazy on it just to get it to run.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, like you can't play. I've been wanting to play the first 2 Dragon Ages again for the longest time, but I don't have a power cord for my PS3, and I can't be bothered to go get another one. So I'm like, they're not that.
And
important.
I mean that's BioWare, but that's another game series.
But that's PS3,
that I'm really shocked they haven't. But they did Mass Effect, which is throws me off because if you can do Mass Effect, you can easily do Dragon Age.
Was it on PS3?
It came out at the same time.
Yeah,
they came out during literally within a year apart of each other, each game.
Yeah.
So that's what throws me off because we know they have the ability to do this stuff, but they haven't.
There's something there in the shadows we don't know about, and that's right. I'm just going to chalk it up to that.
They're bitter. They're scared to touch it again. I genuinely feel that that's the reason. They don't think we want it.
I think if people played it nowadays, a lot of people would look at it and be like, "Oh, doesn't look so great." It's hard for a lot of people, myself, so I'm a little bit of a graphics whore. It's hard for me to go back in time and play some of the older games that I don't have a lot of the nostalgia for. 7 is obviously that it's an exception, but a lot of other games, if I try and go back and play them now, I'm like, oh, I can't even look at this. I tried playing 8.
Have a guide.
I hated 8 because it's the way they
rough on the eyes.
The way they run, their legs are ridiculous.
Look, it's because they try to be realistic.
Yeah,
it just does not work.
It does.
It didn't at the time.
Yeah.
Can't forget the infamous squall face, all crumbled
Riku
down.
crumbled it. Yep.
Yeah.
You're the best looking
Riku
one
had
here.
the best,
Yes.
best beginner's journey though, out of all of us. Can you imagine getting to play 7 and then 5? Like those are your first 2 Final Fantasy games. Like no
What a
wonder
run.
you're obsessed with this franchise. Like it's just like here, have some of the greatest things ever.
True.
Like 5, 6, 7. That was like the greatest 3 game spans there is.
Yeah.
6
And
is
then,
amazing too.
and then it skips 8, and then 9 is literally the best.
You could even add 4 into that, and like 4, 5, 6, 7.
That's true. Yeah, I just finished 4 the
If
other
we're
day.
adding 4, we get to add 8. Because if we're doing space, we're doing space.
It's fine.
I mean, I kind of enjoyed 8. Ain't gonna lie, the story's pretty good.
yeah, it's
Combat's
literally
iffy.
iffy.
You can be overpowered in the first like 20 minutes.
Yeah,
It's got cool music.
does it?
I still don't understand the junction system.
Yeah, exactly.
I like the music. The gameplay can be as easy or as hard as you want it to be. You know, if you want to play it straight up and not cheese the system, then it's not going to be quite as easy. But yeah, most of us who are role-playing game players, we're going to cheese the system and draw 99 of everything and have our stats maxed out. 8 was a leap that like they tried to do a lot and they fell short on some things, but when it worked, I thought it was really good. I think it might be my favorite Sid storyline of all the Sid storylines. Just thinking off the top of my head, but I think there are a lot of things in 8 that get overlooked because the story it does have some very obvious weak points.
I'm gonna address the elephant, the squall in the room, if you will. The reason people don't like to play it is because they think Squall is whiny and melodramatic for no reason. And I'm going to agree with you because he does say whatever like 40 times in the first 5 minutes of the game. I understand that.
People didn't like him because the opposite of Cloud.
But
Yeah.
I'll give you that. But what I don't want to spoil anything. There's
Do
just
it.
there's a
It's a
you're right,
30-year-old
it's-
game.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
There's a moment where Cloud, who is, I don't know, what, 18 or 19 in the story of the game, is
He's 21.
forced 21. Okay, that's
Yeah.
close.
He can drink. He
All right.
Unacceptable.
He's 21. He's forced to charge a sorceress in hand-to-hand combat and expected to survive. And I just think that deserves more respect than people put on his name. That's all I'm saying.
Yes, and the whatever thing is a translation issue because he's not actually saying like whatever.
I don't even need it to be a translation issue. I just like that he says whatever 400 times.
Oh, it's when he says it. Like I've listened to breakdowns on it, and people are like, "This is so stupid." And I listened to one, was like, "No, he's not actually saying whatever. I forget what the translation problem is, but he's anyway." I'll
Being
get back.
dismissive,
So
I
are
think-
you? Is it comparable to like the original series of Naruto when he said "believe it" 1,000 times because that was a translation and terrible choice of words to promote in the U.S.?
Sure, I guess so.
Oh, you never watched Naruto? That's right.
Ben, you gotta stop asking me these
Oh,
questions. You know I haven't
man. I
watched
forgot
Did we
it.
about
find another Steve Black Hole? No.
There's a lot
I
of
haven't
them.
either. I'm right there with
thank
you,
you.
buddy.
Thank you. Isn't there like a million episodes of it? I'm not catching up.
No,
That's
it's not.
One
it's,
Piece.
That's One Piece. We don't compare that to One Piece.
Whatever.
No, Naruto does have a lot though. It's like 600 something, but I'm not counting
There's tons
Boruto
of
because we
filler
don't
guides.
count that.
I forget it exists.
What
Going back to
exists?
the
Anyway,
going back to the whatever translation, just real quick, the fact that you're saying it's a translation issue, I think it's hilarious because part of the jokes in the game is that the other characters will catch him about to say it and they'll say it with him. Like
Yeah.
I think it's an important part of the story that they're just like, Squall's just gonna say whatever. I love that.
Yeah, it is. It's the thing is, it's when he says it to like what's her butt that is in love with them.
Vanilla.
Yeah.
Well,
And she's like-
Quistis too, but
yeah, when she's like professing her love to him, and he's like, oh, whatever. All right. I'm supposed to.
But-
This is supposed to be the greatest love story in Final Fantasy.
Well, and not to launch missiles here, but you didn't play it, so
That's true. I didn't.
There is a lot of redeeming qualities in their relationship in the second half, specifically for those who have played it. There's a scene where they're walking across the bridge to Esther, and he's carrying her, and you really get to see Squall's character for what it is. So I think that was huge.
Watching Squall, getting to watch Squall grow as a person through that game, especially through her prodding and through her just incessant, I'm going to break down your walls that you built up. I relate, like, I was an angsty teen myself. Like, I get being the whatever, just leave me alone type of person. Even today, like, I'm 35 years old and I still like to just come home and be left alone sometimes. So, like, I related to that. And like Riku said, that second half of the game, it does a really good job of developing Squall. And I think that gets overshadowed because a lot of people don't end up finishing it all the way through because it has, like we've talked about, the shortcomings in the battle system and things of that nature.
And the amnesia.
I just think gunblades are cool.
I think the one thing...
The gunblade is a top-tier weapon, just to touch on one of the things we nominated as a topic. The gunblade.
Yeah, let's move to that. Yeah, okay. We'll go to favorite
well,
weapon.
Hold on, Boom had something.
Well, hang on. Let's... Boom does have something, and then I'll have to interject here. But go on, Boom.
Yeah, so I'll say one thing I don't like about 8 is I am very big on... I enjoy the grinding of levels. And if you do that in 8, you just totally screw yourself over. So it kind of threw me off.
I agree.
Like, you can't grind levels and you just make every single boss enemy 10 times harder. So that's one thing I didn't like about it.
It has so much other stuff to grind, though.
So I never really got to enjoy, like, really. Does it scale with you?
It
scales over you?
Oh, it scales.
Okay,
hard
sweet.
Scaling.
Good to know that in advance, not to grind. Just go. Sweet. That's good to know.
Speedrun.
But so let's take a quick mid break, and we'll be back with more of favorites and other favorite games, weapons, and all that fun stuff. So we'll be right back.
This episode is brought to you by State Farm. Listening to this podcast instead of doom scrolling? Smart move. Another smart move? Getting help from one of State Farm's 19,000 local agents when you choose to bundle home and auto. Bundling, just another way to save with the Personal Price Plan. Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
I wrote a little song to remind you, Choice Hotels get you more of the experiences you value. The Cambria Hotel's got it all. A rooftop bar, have a ball. Cocktails up here feel just right. Is Cambria amazing? All right. Bring a date, your team, or even your mom. Book direct at choicehotels.com. See you on the roof.
All right, welcome to the Miller Show, where we talk about everything with the lore, or everything with the podcast has nothing to do with the lore of Final Fantasy. I do way too many of these, I swear. And here I want to thank all of our patrons, all of you joining us today. Thank you so much. Everybody who supports us, thank you. And if you too want to become a patron, just like these awesome people with us today, you can go to patreon.com/Final Fantasy Lorecast to become a patron, get ad-free episodes, join us once a month on the show like we have today on this episode. And it's a lot of fun, as you can hear. You can also support us on Apple and Spotify. Leave a 5-star review on Apple with some words. We'll read it out loud the next time on the show, as well as an awesome Spotify comment, which we don't have any this week. Or you can find us on a few different Discord servers, the Robots Radio Discord at robotsradio.net, as well as my own Discord server, the Ben and Friends Podcasting Discord, which are the links provided below in the episode description. And you can find us live every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific on my Twitch channel at twitch.tv/benoftemeria, to where you can join us live in the chat, ask us questions on what we're talking about, or, you know, have funny stuff like you heard from last week's episode of, what was it? Oh, gosh. Ariana Grande or something like that, and Beyonce randomly in like Brave Exodus.
Gaslighting Beyonce and Dolores.
Completely mind-blowing and everything. Yeah, that happens thanks to our awesome patrons.
We cover it all. We cover it all.
That we do. And yeah, so go check those out. Check out my Twitch channel. And I know this is going to be a counter against me, but go to the Discord. Go to the free company tab. We do have a free company in 14, which a lot of us are playing again. And we're on our way to buy a house. We have enough gil now to buy a house. It's just now we need to get into a lottery for a house.
35 minutes and 30 seconds. Who had it?
So disappointed. I'm so disappointed.
I mean, I can't be too mad because as soon as we get done with this, I'm going to go play 14 because I'm at the end of the main story quest. So
I already have it loaded up right now, so.
You traitors!
I'm also going to play.
See, it's not just me anymore.
You've turned them, Ben. Your army is risen.
I'm just waiting until I'm ready to play 9 again for the millionth time.
All right.
Wait.
That's fair. Hey, I mean, pre-order Dantro, you get 9 related items. You do.
Little Zidane running behind you everywhere.
Mm-hmm. Or if you get the deluxe, you get the Arc mount, which is also from 9.
Yeah. I'm also replaying 7.
Raid.
What about VV's? VV in there?
Ooh,
but
VV.
yeah, go check those out. It's awesome stuff. But with that being said, Trey, Steven, do you have anything else to add to the mid-break?
Nope.
All right. Well, let's get right back to the episode.
The award-winning American Airlines Advantage program rewards more than travel. It takes your whole life to new heights. Earn miles when you fly, as well as with thousands of your favorite brands. And then redeem those miles for flights, upgrades, and experiences worldwide. Advantage members also enjoy earlier boarding and free high-speed Wi-Fi in flight. Join for free and start earning towards your next adventure at aa.com/Spotify.
This episode is brought to you by Workday. Guessing is for game shows, not your business, especially when your margin for error is 0. Workday is the enterprise AI platform for HR, finance, and IT, with a deep understanding of your organization's context and guardrails. So every AI action is permission aware, giving you accuracy 24/7 and the ability to not just get work done, but get it done right. It's a new Workday.
All right, we're back. And now, let's go over everyone. Whoa. Steven
before
has
we
to
move on.
interject. Oh, gosh.
Yes,
Okay.
before we move on to the next thing, I just want to say I don't hate 8. It's just that my buddy and I, the one who I started playing Final Fantasy with when I was a kid, we've just always had like a back and forth on whether 9 was the best game or 8 was the best game. Obviously, I'm right. 9 is the best game.
Obviously.
But
I do enjoy, though, that we have one person on here being like, it's just so easy. The game's too easy because the system is broken. And then we have someone on the other end of the spectrum saying the system is broken because it's too hard.
I just don't care.
Boom saying I level too fast or I level too high and then I'm screwed and it's too hard. And then Steven's like, I just grinded everything and I draw everything. And then boom, I'm Superman. So like that just shows the system is what you make it, and you can break it however much you want to break it.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, I only leveled up to like level 20 and beat 8.
Well, there
and
you
just
go.
ran from everything else. And that's all it takes.
All right. Good to know that.
I was gonna also bring up the chat. We're doing Queena quotes. I literally, in the last 48 hours, told somebody, cook more. You don't know if the guest is going to show up. You can have too much. You can't have too little. So I took that with me for life.
That's true. I always wanted to try that. What is it? Rockstone or rock fish or something like that. Oh, man, you make that look good. This little pixelated fish.
The little cartoony smoke coming off of it smells and stuff.
Yeah.
So, with our favorite games of the series, I want to ask what your guys' favorite game is. So, Purple, what is your favorite Final Fantasy that you love? Out of all of them, do you have one favorite or do you have multiple favorites? That's the thing. The thing with Final Fantasy, you can have more than one favorite because all the games can be very good depending on the person.
Don't give them a cop out.
Hey, I'm just saying.
I agree, actually. I don't want to cop out. I agree.
All right, fine. One game.
I feel like the easy answer is 7. I really don't want to go with 7. But I've been on a Crisis Core binge lately, so I definitely think it has to be Crisis Core. Despite not being like a main
Don't you start quoting Loveless. Don't you start.
My friend, do you fly?
Wow. I did not see a Crisis Core getting picked in this.
No, I genuinely love Crisis Core. Like the gameplay does get repetitive, so I always just play in spurts, but it's the game I would always pick up when it's like, oh, I got free time, let's do a couple missions in Crisis Core. But like just the story.
16, then.
Well, I mean, no. the best thing about Crisis Core was the system that it came on, which was the PSP, which was a completely portable console.
Which it was made to be played in spurts.
True.
Yep.
Exactly.
Like that game was designed for the PSP. 100%.
I actually played through Crisis Core doing barge pushing like on coastal work. So it was like a portal back into my own world while I was like doing roughneck work. So I really appreciated Crisis Core.
Nice.
Well, I'm pretty sure we're not going to get another Crisis Core pick on this one. So who's going next, Riku or Boom?
I mean, I think I posted it in the Discord for it. My favorite one, get a lot of hate for this, but it's 13. Like, I absolutely love 13. Like, the first half is kind of stale when it's just all linear, but once you get in the open world 13, it's just, the game is phenomenal. Like, I just can't get enough of it.
The only thing I didn't like was they pigeonholed you into things with the story. Like, I had to go and look up, okay, I need this job for this character for this battle. But other than that, I also enjoyed 13. People were mad that it was a hallway game, but like 10 was pretty much a hallway game also. It just lets you fly around a little bit.
Yeah. Like, I've never understood why 10 always gets the pass. But everyone automatically... yeah, I guess.
The older it gets,
it does have the
older it gets, the more pass it gets too.
That's true.
But yeah, like when the 13 open up though, you do have the open world in 13 eventually. It's just people don't get to that part of it. You only play like the first like few hours. Like, it's just game's boring.
And
like 9 hours.
I remember seeing that the big turtle in the big area. Like that's always something I remember.
The Animal toys. Yeah, it's great. Mm-hmm. Like just switching the jobs on the fly. Like it's one of those games you've got to get good at, or else you are gonna fail. Multiple times.
I thought I could do auto battle for like the first half, but then I just got immediately walloped when it stopped working.
The open world part, that's what makes it, turns that game around. Especially you get the super bosses, you're like, those are some of the hardest super bosses in the series.
Well, that's exactly like 10. As soon as you get to the Calm Lands, that's when you can actually start going to different places, like starting to do the optional bosses. And if you got a lot of time on your hands, you can literally run all the way back to Besaid and get the Jex Sphere. But
would you say that's those games versions of getting the airship on the open world in the older games? Like in 7, 8, and 9, you get the airship and it opens everything up. 10, you get to the Calm Lands and it opens everything up. 13, you get to, I don't remember the name of the place, but you get to there and then it opens everything up. I feel like that was just their version of, okay, here it's time for you guys to play in your sandbox.
Technically, you get an airship in 10 too.
Yeah, that's later. I think it's after. What is the the town.
Bavel.
Thank you. Yeah, when
this is me while I'm listening to
the
the
airship
podcast,
doesn't work the same way. It's not like you can
I always
fly
get
on
thrown
the
off.
map.
Well, I mean, you just put in a coordinate, and
or you have to like find the sphere or whatever. Right.
Yeah, but I mean, obviously, at this point, I just Google.
You just Google. You just
like, I don't have the time. I'm just Googling.
Or if you're on 7 Rebirth, it just has 17 things pointing you in the right direction.
That's true.
Yeah.
Back in the day, you gotta have the strategy guides. Look up on Game Facts, one or two.
Oh, scrolling through Game Facts.
Game Facts.
I still scroll through Game Facts. I'm playing 2 right now, so.
I was also on Game Facts earlier today.
No, you just look on Steam. Steam's guides are great.
I
think I posted in Discord one time the guides I use for the games on Steam. They're just like walkthroughs, tell you exactly where to go to get all the achievements. It's nice.
Yeah.
All right, so we've got the 2 classics, Crisis Core and 13. Riku, what do you got for us?
I was hoping to stall a little longer because I think I'm going to top boom here and say 13 too.
Oh,
that's the one I don't like.
Nobody likes it. That's why I'm throwing it up there for the J shot.
As your favorite?
That's my favorite.
I like Lightning Returns more than 10 or 13 too.
You're allowed that.
Okay.
I'm just glad you didn't say 2.
Think
like 2.
I'm playing 2 right now. That's funny, Purple saying that. I broke 2. I'm having fun with 2. I have, like I posted in Discord, I have black mages with steroids. Like I've already broken the game. I don't know how anybody hates it because you can just do whatever you want to. It's great.
So what about 13.2 did you like? Because I remember enjoying the battle system. I remember enjoying there were things you could do with the monsters and you had to like collect them, and that's how you level the things up. There were a lot of fun things to grind. It was very much like almost like a Pokemon thing where you had to collect all your monsters, like your monsters that could fight with you. It had some qualities that I enjoyed. I remember I have very fond memories of 13.2 also, so I'm happy to see it get a shout out.
I have a very specific reason why it's my favorite, and that is the timelines. I loved the timelines.
Yeah.
They
did a really good job.
City and like 4 different versions of it. I loved that.
Timeline, like time travel and stuff, it's tricky, and they nail it.
And I think they nail it. Right.
Interesting. All right. Well, we already know what Steven's favorite game is. Everybody knows what my favorite game
14.
is. Yours is 14, Steven?
Not really. That's what we call sarcasm in the business.
Oh, I know that.
I can talk about a different one though. I could talk about 10 because obviously I've given 9 enough shine as my favorite. 10 is my second. Not nearly enough.
Well,
you're right, Ben.
I wanted to make them rank their top 3 favorite main characters from Final Fantasy games. I wanted to put them on the spot again before they left.
Yeah,
okay.
Let's do that.
To see who they don't like.
Or do like. Well, there's too many.
Well, I'm being the negative guy today. I'm always Mr. Positive, so I'm going to be like, oh, so you hate Zidane because he's not in your top 3? What, you don't like 9?
Everybody be careful.
No.
Vivi's on everyone's list, right?
Yeah. Vivi is not on my list.
You can leave.
No.
Oh no, I put main. I'm just going main characters. Or you can do. I guess you can do side characters too. But since I'm springing it on you guys, I thought I would at least only limit it to the main ones.
I should tell you my top 3 is Lightning. I was going to say Zach, but it's not a main character now. We'll go Lightning, Cloud, and then I'm actually going to go Bartz. I just love Bartz for some reason.
That's funny. You picked Cloud and Girl Cloud.
Yeah, exactly.
That's true. Yeah. Bartz is awesome. He grows on you because when I first looked at him, I was like, who is this Peter Pan?
Is he 10? Right.
And then he's actually cool in the game. Just don't look at his portrait and then you're fine.
Boom took mine. I will argue though. I think Zach is a main character. I mean, Crisis Core is technically.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
that is true. That's
Cloud's
fair.
not even the main character. Zach is the main character, even all the way through the storyline.
Oh my gosh, you're right.
I mean,
If we're being technical,
if you want to be technical about it, it's kinda, yeah.
Well, yeah.
Well, Zach's number 1 for Purple Archer, I'm sure, right?
Maybe not number 1, but okay, yeah. Let's throw some really just randos. So we'll get Zach. We'll get Saz Catsroy from 13. I love him, just like the fatherhood, and he's just so likable. And let's throw in a Red 13. Like I know they're not all main characters, but after playing through Rebirth,
a lot
and that
about
Cosmo
Nanaki.
Canyon,
Yeah.
oh, the love for Nanaki just infinitely grew.
So how many out of all of us who like because I didn't see the whole voice change thing coming around, because obviously in the original game there was no voices.
Yeah, I got thrown off. Like I was
that's
like,
nothing
wait, that's
spoiler. I'm just saying.
I mean, kinda it is.
Kinda. Rebirth's
been
been
going
out for
around.
months now.
It's been out long
It's
enough.
Fine.
So anyway,
it's been out for over 6
moving
months.
on.
Moving on. Yeah, he's awesome. He is awesome.
Yeah,
we can
Red
talk
is
about
very
the original.
cool.
The
Even
scene
the
was set.
original.
Yeah, the scene with Seto in the original was like that. It was that in the Arrow scene, neck and neck.
Oh yeah.
Best parts of 7. For
All
me.
right, Riku, did you say yours and I missed it?
No, I'm stalling again.
Okay.
Oh, no.
No one. I wondered if Cecil from 4 would get any shout outs. He was the one that he was kind of my dark horse.
He was kind of
because
lame,
his story is just.
I liked Kane.
His
better
story's
than
so
Cecil.
good.
Kane was better than Cecil.
That's fair.
I'm
It's hard to
gonna
pick
really-
him for a top 3 when he's not the best one in the game.
I'm gonna really irritate Trey here, and I'm gonna say Cecil was in Kingdom Hearts 2. Do y'all remember that?
Yep, he
That's
was.
Wait,
true.
where?
That
Was
is
he
true.
really?
Yeah.
He was the Kingdom, the King of Struggle. He was like the final guy.
Oh, I didn't.
Oh, oh my God! Yeah, didn't even put the 2 and 2 together. That's cool. I always love when the Final Fantasy characters appeared in there, but we can't talk about Kingdom Hearts. We're not allowed.
No, we'll move on. No, look, I'm gonna quit stalling.
I
I'm
mean,
gonna
you
get
guys
Trey
are allowed
with-
to do whatever you want.
Obviously number 1 for Riku.
I don't have shot callers for you 3.
It's gonna be Kane from 13-2
Wrong.
or 10-2. Sorry.
Wrong. I'm gonna go with number 1 is Auron.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hands
yeah.
down. Cannot beat Auron because he spends the entire game kind of like a sleeper character, and then you get the Unalesca, and he comes alive, man.
Yeah, he does.
He makes you want to punch a hole through your wall. So Auron's number 1. I'm gonna go number 2 is probably Snow, which I know there's going to be a lot of arguments for. But that's fine. I'm going to defend Snow because he's kind of the Waka of 13, where he's just kind of broing out and feeling good, and also has kind of this struggle that he's dealing with the whole Sarah situation. I really liked Snow. I wanted to hang out with Snow, which is kind of where I'm going with my favorite characters, because I'd hang out with Auron. Woo! I'd hang out with Auron.
He's already brought the sake.
Exactly. It's hooked on, right?
Yeah.
So Auron, Snow, and I think my third would probably go to I'm debating the third because I don't want to insult anybody. Now Trey's made me self-conscious.
He's
Who do I have to give it
Just
to?
go with it.
I
Just
don't
go
care.
with it.
Nobody cares.
I care.
Okay, that's fair.
I'm gonna go with Vivi because obvious reasons. I'm gonna go with Vivi.
I knew it.
Um,
I knew she was appearing on someone.
Vivi's very innocent portrayal in the beginning, and then just the build of his character, just not only having those dark undertones, but also almost being the point of Final Fantasy IX. I love Vivi. I mean, I know we've said it enough, but I'm going to say it again. I love Vivi.
How can you not?
He is the
All
point
right.
of 9, and it's perfection.
That's awesome.
Yes.
So we are running out towards the end of the episode, so I want to thank all three of you for joining us this week. Thank you so much. And if you have anything to plug, I will go around and ask if you guys have anything else to plug in. If you're working on any projects or anything going on, you can shout it out. So Purple Archer, thank you. Do you have anything to plug in?
Nah, just whenever I get free time, I stream on Twitch. It's just at Purple Archer. You can go ahead and watch. Most of them been playing Final Fantasy games.
Awesome. Riku?
I love the podcast. I'm so happy to be just talking about Final Fantasy with people. I just want to say that. Also, I'm goofing off Thursday nights with a couple of friends of mine on Eddie_snacks at Twitch. So we play Call of Duty, we play Gundam, we play all kinds of goofy. We play Vermintide. So, I mean, if goofing off on the internet's your thing, we'd be over there on Thursday nights.
Awesome. You piqued my interest in Gundam. Anyway, Boom. Do you have anything to plug?
Nothing to plug. I don't really do much Twitch. I just play Final Fantasy 14. That's all I ever play. You always see me on. One thing I am going to bring up, I'm sorry, Nina, you can get Ben in a second, but Steven and Trey, I learned this. I did not know Daggers Garnet's real name until almost the end of 9. You guys know her real name, don't you?
It's on. I forget where you talk to somebody and they tell you her real name.
Box Girl knows it. It's Sarah. It's the princess from Final Fantasy 1.
Yeah,
and her mom is the queen of Final Fantasy 1. They use her names. That blew my mind when I found.
I didn't know the mom's the queen from Final Fantasy 1. I didn't know that part.
Yeah, Box Girl
until
knows.
just now.
I feel like this is when I learned. Yeah, I feel like this is when I learned Bugenhagen is floating on materia. I didn't know these things until the podcast.
That's right. It's on
honestly,
on the
I don't know how official that one is, but he's got to be, right?
Yeah, that's
as official as Rihanna.
Now it's Rihanna too.
No. Oh my gosh. But yeah.
All right, Ben, get us out of here.
Thank you for joining us, guys, this week. It's a lot of fun. Can't wait for next month. And yeah, go check out all the awesome stuff you can find through the Discord, through all my other shows that I host, which is Holocron History, Star Wars Canon vs. Legends, the Wizarding World Lorecast, which is up next, and the Witcher Lorecast. All part of Robots Radio. Go check those out. And awesome news, Holocron Histories is almost a main show. We're less than 400 downloads away from hitting 50K, which is super epic. I'm hoping that with how the growth is going, I can see this show hitting next. Depending on as long as the growth, continues, we'll see. But again, thank you everybody
and if
for
not,
listening.
We'll still be here.
Right, exactly. We're not going anywhere. No time soon. There's a bunch of stuff to talk about. But thank you again for listening to the Final Fantasy Lorecast, and may the crystals guide you. Thank you for listening to the Final Fantasy Lorecast. You can find us on the Robots Radio Discord at robotsradio.net. You can find us on Twitter at FFLorecast, and you can email us at fflorecast@gmail.com.